Hey guys, welcome back to War Pig. We have an epic truck we're going to talk to you guys about today. I want to introduce you to Jamie and his 2017 Nissan Frontier on 37-inch tall tires and a go fast camper. Jamie, I can't wait to hear about this truck. I can't wait to see and everything you have done to it. And if you don't mind, take us for a walk around. All right, so Jamie, tell us what you have going on up front. This is I don't believe this is this a aftermarket or is this custom?
Yeah, this is an aftermarket. It's a Wham winch carrier. I went this route because I didn't want to go to an aftermarket bumper at this time. I figured I'd keep it stock and try to keep the winch hidden until I beat up the front enough that I need to start building a custom front bumper for it.
Okay. All right, we'll move on. Let's check out what you have going on with the wheels and tires.
All right.
All right, Jamie. A Nissan on 37s is definitely something you don't see every day. Tell us how you even got these things in there.
Yeah, I started out about a year ago working with the guys at Niztec and did a complete Titan swap for the suspension. And that was to originally fit 35s on there. And just like everything, once you start going bigger, you want to keep going bigger. And to your point, there aren't a lot of Frontiers on 37s, so I wanted to kind of be that guy to test the waters on going that big.
For sure.
So yeah, Titan swap, the Radflow suspension up front, Bilstein in the rear, and yeah, working with my buddy Ryan Thompson to help sort out exact offsets and what wheels will actually work with this bolt pattern.
And who did most of your suspension work?
4x4 Land did all the Titan swap, and Mike out there decided to help take on this truck, even though the Frontier is not something he typically works on.
For sure. All right, Jamie. Back your truck has a lot of stuff going on here. So you have the rooftop tent, the lights, the roto packs, the box. Let's just start with the rack. What rack system are you working with here?
I went with the Leitner rack for this truck, mostly because it was all modular and I'm able to swap things around or switch sides or put different items on here. And with the track system, just made everything really easy to bolt on and be ready to go.
For sure. How much do you know how much weight this thing would handle, or
the actual system itself?
Roger.
I don't know the actual weight as far as what these bars will support. I know they do sell additional bars you can mount up there, but I'm not sure what the overall weight is.
So pretty much though, you never felt uncomfortable putting anything up there as far
I
as
haven't, not yet.
All right.
And when I get up in the tent, there's usually a 140-pound dog and about an 80-pound dog that also joins. So
okay.
So far it's felt really stable.
All right, and then these are just you just pop these open. You could carry storage.
Yeah, storage. I've got some tools, some camping equipment in there. Then the gas cans on the back side are a couple water jugs, just water for camp.
Awesome. And these are 3 gallons. So you're carrying additional 6 gallons of fuel.
Correct.
And then an additional 5 gallons of water.
Yep, exactly. Okay. Sometimes I'll leave the gas a little bit lower just for when it expands in the heat, but yeah, roughly 6 gallons of gas in there.
Awesome. And that'll definitely get you off the trail if needed.
Yeah, I've been able to put it to use, whether it's for myself or just helping somebody else out that's running low. It's been a nice feature to have.
For sure. And we discussed the side lights earlier. He's saying once he put this the Go Fast camper and stuff on it, that he had them unhooked, so he hasn't had a chance to hook them back up. But I can imagine you're going to be able to see whatever's on the side and setting up camp. And
yeah, the lights really help for night driving when you're in a group. It really helps the guys behind really be able to see the trail, or just in camp setting up, turn them on. I've got them angled down a little bit so they're not completely blinding people, but definitely lights up the area, and everybody can get everything set up.
Awesome. All right, and then we'll move on to the back and check out this tire carrier, and then eventually we'll put this tent up and show everybody kind of how this Go Fast camper works, because this is pretty epic. All right, Jamie. This spare tire carrier is pretty awesome, and I've followed you down the trail before, and it's really high, really up out of the way. And seems to be very stable. I haven't seen this thing rattle, shake, or anything along the trail. Tell me a little bit about this thing.
Yeah, kind of the downfall of the Nissan Frontier is that the aftermarket world is lacking. You either have to go very standard and go with what everybody else has, or you decide to go custom. When I went to the 35s and now the 37s, I knew I needed to have that spare tire. And that's when I got with my buddy Ryan, and we worked on a couple different concepts. Originally, we were going to just tie into the bumper, down through the bumper into the frame, and just kind of do your standard tire carrier with the tire mounted. And then I knew that was going to interfere with my camera and potentially my sensors. And that's just, a couple of features on the truck that I wanted to be able to utilize. And that's when I started brainstorming the idea of kind of trying to make it look like the Leitner design rack system and build it up a little bit higher.
Awesome. So you're able to keep your factory rearview camera, factory backed up sensors, and initially, I mean, if something were to happen and you were on your third Nissan, this would be pretty easy just to take off and drop into another Nissan.
Yeah, we built it so that it can, go with me to the next truck if that's the path that I end up taking. But there's no damage to the inside of the bed. Built a couple little mounts to tie it all together, but it's all interchangeable with the next truck.
See how this thing operates. I mean, when you have your power tanks set up in the back.
When the idea was that it would not only hold the spare tire, but this power tank. And then we also built it in such a way that when it opens all the way, the pin drops. So if you're on an angle, it's not going to fall back in and hit you or go back out and damage the tire carrier in any way. And then the power tank here, when you use it, it's got to be up at 30 degrees or better. So we put a little pin in there to be able to hold it here horizontal, because when you shut it, it's got to clear the bed,
right,
or the tailgate. So you're able to flip it up, fill up, or use your power tools on it, your air tools on it, and then when you're ready to go, you just put it back and you put your pin back through it, and you're able to shut and not mess with hitting the tailgate.
Well, that is pretty awesome. I didn't even know that did that. That's a pretty ingenious idea, and getting everything compact and up there. I really like that design. What else do you have here? I obviously locked, but
yeah, I've got the deck storage system in here. Just after taking some trips, I realized that cramming the inside of the truck full of all my gear and dogs was not the most enjoyable way to travel, and so I went with the deck system, which was really nice. Got a couple nice drawers with everything I need, and then there's a couple additional compartments up here. Normally I'll throw some bottled water and dog food and dog supplies up here.
for sure.
But this has really helped me keep all my stuff real nice and organized, so that the inside of my truck can be clean and organized as well.
For sure, that's always an issue. Very, very awesome setup, very compact, very secure, weather tight, dust proof. I mean, I'm really liking it.
Yeah, it's they say it's weatherproof, not waterproof, but I've been in water and hosing it down, and I've yet to have anything get wet or damaged back there. So I'm almost on the verge of saying it's waterproof because I've not had anything get wet or ruined. So it's been nice.
Awesome. Well, let's check out the other side, and then we'll get to this camper.
All right.
All right, Jamie. There's not as much stuff going on here as on the other side, but you do have the Max Tracks, and you're running 4 Max Tracks, correct?
Yep. Yeah, I went with 4. One reason is the mount system for the Max Tracks could support 4, and you've got 4 wheels and tires. So
right.
I tried to do all I could do to make this truck as self-sufficient as humanly possible. A lot of my trips I can be by myself and be out on a trail by myself, and between the winch and the Max Tracks, or helping out others. I've just wanted to have it as stocked up as could be,
Yeah,
so
sure.
I could always be prepared and get myself out of a sticky situation.
And you said you go places by yourself. I mean, what's some of the trips that you've taken, in this truck by yourself?
I've hit up Colorado quite a bit. I've been to Moab a couple times. Last year I had a little time off of work, and I was able to do about a 20-day road trip. Went south to Texas, and then all the way out to California, up through Oregon and Seattle, through Glacier National Park, and then back home for Thanksgiving. So
you're right. You need to be pretty self-sufficient and be able to recover yourself out of something.
Yeah. I know it's always kind of frowned upon to go alone, but it's not every day your buddies can take 20 days off of work to go do a trip. So
For sure. And and whenever you're equipped like this, and you take precaution, and you never know what you might get yourself into when you are by yourself. But if you are equipped and ready for it, then it's probably not that bad. Some of us may want to go by ourselves every once in a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been really enjoyable to be able to do that and have the confidence that I've got the majority of the supplies and tools to get myself out of a situation.
For sure. All right, so is there anything in the inside that you want to talk about? I know I saw some GPS stuff up there. I think you run a Spot as well.
Yeah, I use the Spot, my Spot Track Me, primarily because my family started getting worried about me not having cell phone service, and so for them to be able to not also keep tabs on me and make sure I'm doing well, but also just following the route on the GPS is kind of cool for others to see. Other than that, the inside's pretty stock. I haven't done too much. Ryan and I are working on a little slat like storage mounting system that we're going to custom design, and then do some plasma cutting on that, and
Awesome.
try to do some more customization on there, but we're just in the beginning stages of that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, again, we talked about going out by yourself, and if you have the Spot, you have the tracks, you have a winch, you have a high lift. I mean, a full-size spare.
Yeah.
If you're going to be out by yourself, that's the way you need to be equipped.
I think about the one thing I do need is a land anchor. So that's kind of on the list of items to purchase, and make it just that much better.
Yeah, get out in the desert and those winch points, I'm sure.
So
that would help. All right, and tell us, I mean, while we're here, may as well get started and tell us about this camper. I know everybody's anxious to see what's...
Yeah, the Go Fast camper. I worked with them on getting this particular tent set up for their standard tent camper setup. They typically build the rack system and the tent, but since I already had the rack system, I didn't want to just pitch that or try to sell it. But I also take my dogs with me everywhere. With 2 large dogs, cold nights, it was I wanted a tent that I could get them up in. So the floor panels on the back are actually removable and interchangeable. So my dogs are able to easily hop up in there. Makes it really nice, when you're changing or whatever you need to be doing, you can stand up in there and, have easy access. But the I'd have to say the number one reason I went with this tent was the ease of setting it up. I mean, it's a matter of undoing 2 bolts and it pops right up and you're ready to roll.
All right, well, let's actually check it out. I mean,
Right.
I'm really anxious to see this tent set up and see. You know, they're a fairly new company to the market, and it looks very durable and very.
Yeah, I've already been down some really tight trails where tree branches are rubbing on it, getting caught up underneath, and so far I don't have any big dings in any of the materials that they used on this tent. So so far it's been holding up awesome.
Well, let's check it out. All right, Jamie, let's get to the point. This thing is really awesome, and it looks very secure. Super easy to set up, like you said. Just walk us through it, what you have to do, and we'll see how this goes up.
Yeah, so it's got these nice bolts here. You basically just loosen it up a little bit and slide it over. Give it a little bit of a push, and the tent is, you're ready to roll. You're ready to go to bed.
Wow, that's that is way faster than my CVT. I mean,
and that was definitely the main selling point, because I tried to utilize my days and, you know, four-wheeling, sightseeing, doing the stuff you can do during the day. So many times I've pulled in to a camp or wherever I'm at, and it's, you know, 2, 3 in the morning, and I just wanted to be able to do something quick and easy like this to set up versus messing with setting up a tent or anything anything else.
for sure. Wow, I'm still blown away on how fast that actually is. I mean, that's pretty fast. I mean, that, like I said, I'd still be probably unzipping the cover on my CVT right now, and going from side to side of the Jeep and trying to get just the cover off before I could even open it. So let's talk a little bit about this tent. I'm gonna double check, make sure we're in focus in camera, but I really want to talk about this tent and kind of what your experiences is so far, and maybe if you don't mind getting inside of it and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, so this is it. It's super easy to set up, and we'll talk about kind of the material. Just looking at it, it's not even a canvas; it's like a rubberized fabric. I don't know, something like you'd see in a bounce house or something.
Yeah, that's a great way to word it. It's definitely a little rubberized, which I've used it primarily in the cold so far, and it's, with everything zipped up, it's been really warm. I run a little heater in there, and roll up a corner, keep the air flowing, but yeah, it's been real warm, and all that condensation buildup, you know, was never really a factor on the inside.
Right. Probably super easy to clean. Probably not as worried about mildew and things like that as we
they
are
actually,
with the canvas tents.
on GoFast website, they show, you know, popping out the floor panels and just taking a power washer to it, and then you just let it drip dry.
Wow.
To be able to clean the inside and the outside.
Oh wow, that is definitely a little bit
So,
nicer than
yeah.
us with the canvas tents.
Yeah, and then all the floor panels, it's a 3-inch thick mattress pad in there. It's got a nice cover on it. The covers come off. You can wash those as well.
Wow. And then we talked about taking it down, how easy it is. It's basically the same as putting it up, except tucking in the sides, right?
Yeah, you just pull down on the top, tuck the sides in, and get it kind of flat, and, you know, slowly let the air out. Air does build up a little bit, and then slide your little bolt action over, and you're good to go.
For sure. And this is just a big window here on the other side, and this rolls up. And we talked about, you know, the carabiners and stuff on how that rolls up. You just basically have to get in there and roll it up and put it up there. And you could actually probably use this as a door as well, huh?
Yeah, it rolls up. It's the, you know, can also be the door. There's a couple side windows up on the front that on both sides that you can roll that in the same material, roll that down, have the airflow through there.
And how long is it?
It's 54 inches wide by 90 inches long.
Okay, so what's that, 8 feet almost?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's plenty of room, huh?
Yeah, definitely room.
Actually, I mean, it's way different. I mean, it's definitely a different concept than what we've seen. You know, with even the hardtop, style tints. They're still canvas on the inside. And they both sides usually pop up. I think the only one that I've seen really that's even kind of like this is maybe the Lua cab. But GoFast has definitely done their homework on this, huh?
Yeah, that, and it's only 6 inches tall when it's closed, which they're claiming is the thinnest profile one out there right now.
Wow.
So that's nice to leave it up there year round and not worry about taking it on and off and being a big wind sail.
Is it super heavy?
They say it's 135 pounds.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's actually lighter than mine as well. So I might be in the market for a GoFast camper now, just to get rid of the CVT. I love my CVT to death, but man, this is
And there's also they use this track system here that you can use to mount lights or your axe or shovel, whatever you want to put on there. They have all sorts of accessories that can go into that track system. They also have a ladder that you can get that latches onto here, but once I get up into the bed and on the deck system, it's just a matter of sitting down for me in there. So I didn't go the ladder route.
for sure. No, I really like it, and I'll get up there and kind of show everybody what it looks like on the inside.
All right.
Awesome. Jamie, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
This is an awesome truck. It's not every day you get to see a Nissan decked out like this, and you've definitely done a good job building this truck.
You.
And I'm sure we'll be out on the trails soon and definitely seeing this thing perform. So you guys bear with us because we will have some footage of this thing this summer, and we're going to be hitting up some major trails and putting this thing to the test. If you still have it, if you're not on number 3 by then.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it out of the water. Keep it out of the ponds.
All right, Jamie, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.